What is your future in politics, my friend?
I'm just the water boy. You know, the mayor needs water, hot towel. That's me. So,
Like the water boy, like
yeah.
Bobby Boucher.
you know, I'd like to say that it's been a couple years, so I've stepped it up a little bit. You know, I do a little bit more of the other stuff.
When it became official, Michelle Kaufusi is the mayor of Provo, Utah. What was the first thing that went through your head?
I was like, well, to be honest, I didn't even know what that meant. I was just like, so my mom's the mayor. Cool. Like, I could think of like the Grinch, the mayor of Whoville. I don't know. What does she do?
Is she a bigger deal in Provo than you? Because I do know that you're on a lot of posters. In fact, outside of University Mall, there's like this fun one of you, which you probably have.
I avoid it. I avoid it.
Yeah. Is she a bigger deal than you in Provo now?
I hope so. Yeah, she deserves it. So I don't want to be on posters. She's much better looking on posters than I am.
Let's get a picture of your mom doing the same.
Yeah, the exact
deal.
same thing. Yeah.
Just don't do anything dumb with the law in Provo city limits, okay?
Well, now that she's won, now I can. No, I'm just kidding. I have some leeway now.
You're busy with off-season conditioning for BYU football. What have you noticed about the culture change with the new staff in the few weeks that have passed since the football season ended?
Yeah, I think a lot of the things, mostly discipline and just that everyone needs to hop on or hop off the boat. You know what I mean? Like, I know last year, a lot of the time it was, okay, well, kind of guys can float around and whatnot, but now it's, okay, if you're not in, then you got to get out. And so that's kind of the feeling. It's good. We need that. You know, we need that kind of sternness, that kind of discipline.
How's the off-season conditioning going, and what are you guys up to right now?
Right now, we just kind of go through different stations, whether it's sprint work or pushing sleds and stuff like that, and then just heavy lifting. So it's good. I love it. We do Monday, Tuesday, and then Thursday, Friday. And Friday is like our hard conditioning day. So it's good.
What's the best thing you take away from the adversity you faced last season?
Just the hunger. You know, the hunger to be better next year. Because last year there's so many technical things you could get into and technique, and I can do this better, and or I need to be this size or move like this next time. And that'll all come, but for that to come properly, you have to want it. And I think that's kind of what this season built for us, is just that drive.
What's it like interacting with the coaching staff that doesn't have your dad anymore on it after so many years at BYU?
You know, it's different for sure. I loved seeing my dad around, and I still see him, you know, when I go home. But it's different, but we just keep moving forward.
Is he still coaching you?
Oh, yeah. You know, I'll still hear from my dad, and I love it because he's always got great stuff for me. And so it's a good relationship we have when it comes to that.
What's the conversation like with Bronson, who's hoping to continue to get healthy and play some more with the Ravens next year?
You know, he's home, and that's always a good thing because when he's home, we're always he's hitting me up every day, you know, same times, and so it's good. We always kind of meet, especially with my little brother being here. Everyone meets together. We go through, you know, football scheming and stuff like that. We almost have like our own little football class with the brothers, and it's like, okay, what do you do in this situation, or what is this formation? And it's pretty fun.
Tell us about Devin, because he's a freshman. He's back from a mission.
Yeah.
What's he like? Does he play? He plays defensive line as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah.
Tell us about Devin.
So Devin, I would say, well, first of all, he's the youngest, and so for us older brothers, he better be the best. You know, if you're the youngest, you got us like helping you. You got to be the best, and I'd say he has all the potential to be. He's kind of the hybrid of Bronson and I. You know, he has length like me, but a little bit more of the thickness like Bronson. And so I think he could the sky's the limit for him. And so I just hope that we can help him get to that point. But I'm excited.
Corbin Kaufusi with us on BYU Sports Nation. We have very calculated scheduled you as a guest for this time because of the week that BYU basketball is in right now.
Yeah.
It's a good week.
It's BYU at Gonzaga on Saturday, Corbin. When I say BYU and Gonzaga, what's the first thing that goes through your mind?
Going home, man. No, that's my house, bro. The doghouse. I live there. No, it's always just energy. I just love hearing that. So I don't even know what to say because it's just like, oh, that's the place. That's my spot.
Okay, we're a little nervous because the previous 3 wins had a player in them, and it was you. And you're not playing there. But so take us to the Kennel. I've been there for one of these games. It's an incredible atmosphere. They do it right. And absolutely. You won all 3.
Yeah.
What was each of those experiences like for you?
You know, they were all different in little ways, but at the same time, they were all the same. Just complete. It's crazy how completely focused each team was. And then, like you said, that atmosphere, one of the best football, basketball, all sports aside, like one of the best atmospheres you could be in for just any sporting event. And then winning there is just, I just remember every time going into the locker room and just pure joy out of all the teammates. You know, everyone's just going crazy. That poor locker room has been through a lot with us. No.
Like no one trashes the locker room in Spokane like the BYU Cougars.
Sadly, you know,
no one really beats them.
So it's a public apology to that janitor. You know, the Gatorade wasn't me. No.
3 straight wins in Spokane against Gonzaga. Has BYU basketball coach Dave Rose reached out to you at all lately?
You know, I'm still waiting for that text or that call, waiting to hear the voicemail that's like, come up, man. So
just one
waiting to be
game.
called up, bro.
Just one game.
Last year was like the pinnacle of the 3 because they're 29-0.
Yes.
Number 1. Take us into the locker room before the game of, okay, we've won 2 in a row. We can do this.
Yeah. And I think the biggest thing, like, we weren't even thinking that we had won 2 in a row. I think the guys in the locker room, we were just like, we never thought that we weren't going to lose. Or we always thought we were going to win the game. And we knew we were capable the entire time. Everyone was just focused. And it's weird because I don't know if the other guys felt it, but it was the same feeling we had before whenever I'd played there. And so I was just kind of like sitting in the background. You know, I had a different role last year, and it was just like, okay, like we still have the same feeling though. So this is good. This is going to go good.
Like a quiet confidence?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
When did you know? Because you go down 18-2 in that game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did.
And like what's it like at that point? And then you come back and win that.
There's just something about coming back that I don't know if it's a BYU thing. I personally love it. Like, I wish we didn't get down that much, but it's almost the whole Rocky story. You know, you get down and then it's like you're still fighting. You know, you're
punching frozen meat.
Yeah, exactly. You're punching frozen meat. You got a jaw of iron. You know, Drago's hitting you, but you're still there. So we love that. Like, we always love coming back, and we always know that we're going to come back. That's the weird thing. We're just scrappy.
It feels like a good time to remind people that we have this gem of a newspaper in Studio B with us. It says 29 and dope with Corbin and Eric Mika.
Fouling Nigel Williams.
Let's not focus on the foul. Let's just focus on the fact that
I don't think that was called, which
he's
is
being
awesome.
blocked at the rim. Okay, 29 and dope.
Yeah, this will live on in here.
Where does that rank among your favorite memories of playing Gonzaga?
Oh, that's right up there. Like, it's so hard to, because they were number 1, it just added so much to it. And the fact that they had already printed the papers and stuff like that, like we had seen that they had the 30-0 papers ready to hand out, and it was just, it was awesome because it's like, oh, so sorry, man. Like, my bad. So.
Yeah, that's, I mean, you take down number 1. That had never been done by BYU basketball.
Yeah.
You realize that was like the Ty Detmer versus Miami game. That was like the same thing. You beat number 1, that team's the national runner-up. That's the basketball version of that. Have you ever thought about that in context?
I'd never even thought about that. You know, it was just like, wow, we beat number 1. But I never thought about the, you know, the after effects and where it lies in history type of thing.
It's the basketball Miami, which we'll all remember forever.
Corbin, what do we have to do to get you into Spokane?
To get me into Spokane? Well, I'm already ready, man. I'm ready. So
Oh my gosh!
He's on his way.
He's on his way to Spokane. He's gone.
Corbin Kaufusi is on his way to Spokane.